Hello you guys, my name is Jabriel, but you can call me the Moon Minister as well. And I am coming to you guys basically on vacation. We won't be in Florida until Monday. We're in Georgia right now. I'm with my children. This won't be like a normal, here's your horoscope. It's gonna be a lot of, be quiet baby, a lot of testimony, especially for like the transits that's going right now. We have a Scorpio full moon at the 22nd degree, and there's a lot of like Uranus and Pluto energy tied into this full moon that is coming out right now. And I just wanted to like basically get on here, talk a little bit about the energy, and then share my testimony as well of this energy. Although today is the 11th, it's Mother's Day. The full moon won't be until tomorrow, but the effects of it are still, it's still high potent, especially if you have degrees around this time. So let's get into the energy. Scorpio and full moon is about power. It's about full potential power, restrictions around power, especially at the 22nd degree, which is the Capricorn degree. It can also be seen as the do or die degree, whether you do something or you die, you know, or as far as like, if you don't do and lay down, you get taken over. And especially with this Pluto and this Scorpio energy, because Scorpio is modern day ruled by Pluto, really of like taking back your power, standing in your strength, transformation, rebirth, death, violence, but also power and pleasure, sexual intimacy, others' resources, strength, war as well. Others' resources could look like, oh, I'm way too close. Others' resources could look like alimony, child support. Maybe you put out like a video or some type of service for others, and in return you get like a lot of wealth, sudden losses, sudden gains, being in people's wills, taxes, having an allowance. These type of things all rule Scorpio. And especially with like the restriction and things being hard, structure around transforming, that's what this energy is governing right now. So naturally, anyone who has Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, or Aquarius in between, let's see, 19 through 23 degrees. Honestly, no, it could be to 25. So from 19 to 25 degrees will be impacted by this energy the most. 26 as well, because we only do got some 26 degrees. So that could definitely, especially if you have like I said, those placements of Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, and Scorpio in you. And boy, oh boy, let me share my testimony now. So y'all, I'm on vacation. I'm an Aquarius rising at the 29th degree, so it kind of almost puts me in Pisces, but I'm not a Pisces rising. So I'm experiencing this transit in the 12th house of transformations, but restrictions and transformations in travel. Right now I'm traveling, and with my daughter, she's a Capricorn rising, but she's a Capricorn rising at the late degrees. So like, I think she's a Capricorn rising like 26 degrees. So she kind of experiences things kind of like the Aquarius is basically in her first house, basically. There's only a small bit of Capricorn in her first house, but she's still Capricorn rising. It's just that she's experiencing this transit in her 10th house of protection, structure, provider. Super alignment with this full moon. And my daughter, she has her South Node in Scorpio too, so that's karmic past lives and stuff like that. And then her Pluto not only conjuncts her ascendant, but it also conjuncts the asteroid Charon. Charon is my mother-in-law, so it's my daughter's grandma. My daughter never got to meet my mother-in-law. I found out I was pregnant with my daughter while at my mother-in-law's funeral. I just felt like I was grieving for two. I took a pregnancy test. Sure enough, I was pregnant. And then my daughter is a Sagittarius moon, My mother-in-law is a Sagittarius sun. If you know a thing or two about astrology, when it comes to your moon, you take after your mother's lineage when it comes to like moons, and naturally my mother-in-law. And then this is also confirmed because my daughter-in-law has, I mean, not my daughter, my mother-in-law has these icy blue eyes, and so does my daughter. So I remember the time when my mother-in-law passed. I had lit a candle for her, because when you light a candle for a soul after they pass, it helps them, assists them into seeing the light and going into the light. So I know that there's just this connected blessing between my mother-in-law and my daughter, especially because the asteroid Sharon and the Pluto are both in retrograde. So like my daughter is basically an extension of my mother-in-law, and with my daughter having her South Node in Scorpio close to these degrees, my daughter in past lives has experienced, especially with her having a 10th house, has experienced issues where she wasn't protected, and attacks and things happened to her because she wasn't protected, or just areas of where she was just not heard, not honored, and stuff like that. And naturally, of course, me having heavy Scorpio energy myself, I was being triggered to I already knew that I had to come on this trip, because I didn't want to come on it first, but I already knew that I had to come on this trip as like a spiritual thing, as something of standing on my own and proving something, just by looking into my chart. And I see now with the whole situation with my daughter. So what ended up happening was, we're at family member's house, and the family member's house is owned, we're here now, is owned by a mother and daughter family members. The mother is in her 60s, daughter's in her like 40s. And it's a beautiful home, and I was like, oh, this is heavy 4th house energy, which my mother's family all have like that energy. So we came, and there was a dog, and it has like he has to be at least 65 to 70 pounds, the Rottweiler. And that he's never been around kids. And my cousin, who's in her 60s, let the dog out, and the dog is owned by her grandsons, who are adults. They were upstairs, and the dog ran straight past my son, my oldest son, and straight to my daughter, Bellamy. And he was like lunging at her, but things didn't get, like, everything happened so quickly, but things didn't get chaotic until I saw him like bite, and he bit onto her, like her sleeve. He didn't get her because I was moving her. I had my baby, and I had my 10-month-old in this arm. I had Bellamy in this arm. So, because I already had my baby. So when the dog had got out, I picked Bellamy up as soon as I saw him run for her. So I picked my daughter up immediately, and he was lunging at her, but things didn't get chaotic till he tried to grab on, bite onto her sleeve, and then he was like ripping at, like pulling. So I pulled my daughter away, and he tried to lunge for her again, but I was moving way too quick. And then once I seen the bite, and all shit went off in my head. So I'm kicking too. I'm kicking. I'm yelling for help. Eventually, someone comes out. And within those seconds, he tried to bite her. I see him try to bite her like twice, where he tried to connect but didn't break skin. And someone came and picked him up, and I got my kids out of the situation. I had to reassure my daughter that she is safe. I'm always protect her, and stuff like that. And I noticed that my son, who I also had in my arms, my 10-month-old, he had a scratch on his belly. He's a Libra moon. If you are a Libra moon, a lot of Libra moons, unfortunately, make a lot of sacrifices to themselves. And then with him being a Libra moon in his body. And my daughter and my son, they're 2 years apart. But my daughter was born June 12th, and my son was born June 16th. And if you look into their charts, especially based together, they're basically soul twins. Like they share a soul, not necessarily, kind of, basically. They're basically just soul twins, spirit twins. So they're not twins, but by spirit they are. They're going to share a lot of experiences, a lot of transformative experience. And I already knew that when I looked into Bellamy's chart and I looked into Braxton's chart. I know that those two are definitely going to be celebrities, 100% sure. So that makes sense as far as like them playing off each other, because if they're both celebrities, they both are going to promote each other, enhance each other, and stuff like that. Oh, here's Bobo right now. Say hi, Shake Mama. And here comes Braxton right now too. It's okay, Shake now. You want me to come? Where do you want me to come? Hold wait. They're all right. As you can see, she wants a snack right now. So I'm about to have to give her one. But I just wanted to share this story time with you guys, this testimony of Scorpio and me being called, because I have my moon and my destiny, and I have Pluto all in Scorpio. So I knew this was going to be transformative. And me, especially me having Pluto at a matriarchal degree, the 28th degree of motherhood, I was being called to protect and protect my daughter from violence. And, you know, that's what I'll continue to do. Any type of thing, bad stuff, I'm going to protect my kids. But, yeah, I'm just kind of shaken up by that. So I wanted to share that, you know, because some people, and y'all hear the dog, don't you? He's in a cage, in a garage. Now, I don't blame him, the dog, because I know this is all a higher plan, you know. The dog ran right past my son, everybody else, and to my daughter. Why? Because that needed to happen, unfortunately, for me to prove that I can stand on my own and protect her on my own. I don't remember my daughter in my other past lives. I remember my sons, not Bellamy. So I know I needed to prove that, especially with her being so tied to my mother-in-law, who's experienced traumas as well of not being protected. I know I had to prove that I can do that. I can protect her, and well, Spirit already knows I'm worthy of it, but just reassuring that this is something that I can do. So yeah, that's my Scorpio full moon testimony. I'm probably going to have at the end some like horoscopes of how everybody else will be experiencing this energy, but I won't go fully in depth just because of with everything's going on. But I do plan on getting back to normally how I do videos. So if you're here for that, I am too. Until next time, you guys, bye.